Welcome to Moms Actually. Now, I know this looks a little bit different from our normal. We are chilling and we're de-glammed a little bit, but we want this to be our time out. Now, Blair, what is our time out?
So this is for all the moms that may be a little busy, don't have time to watch the full episode yet, but still want the tea.
Yes, we want you guys to always feel in the know and caught up with us and never feel like you're missing anything. So we just want to do a quick recap.
Yeah. So keep watching and tune into the full episode when you have time, okay?
All right.
Hey mom, what's up? Hey mom, what's up? Hey mom, what's up? Hey mom, what's up? Hey mom.
Okay, B, I have to give you your, kudos. I got to give you your flowers for this one because you found this guest. And I was honestly super, super impressed with this entire episode because it was something that I don't think anybody talks about enough.
No.
We had Ayumi on for our episode and it was about autism awareness. And I actually have never seen a situation like this where it's the mom is autistic and the daughter. But not only that, she didn't get diagnosed until she was in her 30s.
Yeah, while she was helping her daughter get diagnosed properly, she started to say,
this sounds like me. Yeah.
This might be me too.
Yes.
And so it was really interesting. I saw her on the internet because my friend mentioned her and I was looking at her page and I was like, this is interesting. And I think especially this season, we wanted to tell different types of stories. Yes, we're all moms and you could pull stories from that, but can we reach different groups of moms?
Yes.
Because I feel like, especially with people that are differently abled or physically, mentally, emotionally, what have you, they talk in their groups, but there's not a main platform that touches it. So it's they only get what's the point of awareness if you're only making
just
the same people
group
aware? Yeah. I already know. I'm going through it. So that was really important to me this season.
I liked it too because, to your point, I think it's not only good to reach the people who are going through the same thing, but it's also important when we're talking about the sisterhood piece to be able to actually support your friends that have, children who are differently abled. And for me, I'm not as aware, I would say. And so it was good for her, even though, honestly, I feel like the main thing was just to be kind.
That's what I was going to say.
She reminded people we're all, even though everyone's different, we must be kind.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about kids and bullying and kids being kind to each other. And I'm like, well, how are there still bullies? It's because we're still bullies sometimes. It's unintentionally, especially on the internet.
Jeez.
But it's when someone's different from us and we just assume, especially if they don't present different, it's oh, that person's awkward, so I'm not going to talk to them as much. Or that's an introvert. We put these labels on people. And then we do treat them differently, even if it's subconsciously. So it's our kids pick up on that, and then we wonder why they treat other kids. No one wants to believe they're a parent of a bully.
Yes. But, and I think her daughter is 12 or
her
something
daughter's around that age.
And my daughter is 11. And I started to think when she was just talking about, even though her daughter is on the spectrum, she still keeps her accountable.
Yes.
And in this day and age, especially in that age group, they kind of they're getting more mouthy.
Ooh,
they're
I'm
getting,
not ready.
More opinionated and just all of the things. It's just a different world in parenting that preteen, teenage stage.
Yeah.
And she was saying that even though she is realizing that her daughter needs extra help and explanation, she still doesn't make that an excuse not to keep her accountable.
Exactly. And I think she can do that, especially now that she realizes she has it too.
Yes.
And I think she was also talking about a lot of undoing because she realized late in life that she had autism. So her whole life she was masking. And I think in a way we all do that to blend in.
Yes.
So it's she was making herself comfortable, making other people comfortable around her by pretending to be someone she's not. So she's teaching her daughter to be herself, but to also your diagnosis is not an excuse to not be kind, not to take care of yourself, not to grow and develop. And I think that's helpful because her daughter can say, you don't know what I'm going through.
Right.
You're not, she's able to say no, girl.
No,
me too.
Yes, she can. And I think that's cool too, that they can literally go through the journey together. Even though they're at different paces and spaces, they can absolutely help each other.
Right.
Which, to be honest, again, that's with anyone.
100%.
I literally, even when she was talking, I'm like, this is me and my daughter.
Yes.
Like when I'm thinking about my daughter and parenting her, I see myself in her in so many ways.
Right.
I see my younger self, how I would want to be handled in certain situations. And it's just such a good reminder that even though there is that autism awareness, and I do understand that there's, some of them is levels to it, and some of it is a bit more extreme.
Yes.
It still is a reminder that we're all in this together. We're all going through this in our own way, and it's still important to be able to support each other.
Oh, 100%. And so I think when you watch this episode, you'll reflect on yourself. I think you'll look at some of you, especially if you have children around, like, I think usually autism shows up around 2 years old for little kids, especially in extreme cases. And if you haven't been sure, like you've been thinking things, but you're not sure what autism is, I feel like we all have this one idea of what it looks like. So you might have some signs and not the other. I think this is kind of your sign to like take care of your child, get them checked out. I think we all want a quote unquote normal child.
Yeah.
What is normal? So, don't take that personally.
Right.
But it's important because then they can get the resources they need. Because I can't imagine living until 30 having to be somebody else.
Yeah.
I'd rather get checked out, get the resources I need at an early age so I can fully develop in myself and get the resources that I need. So I think anybody that hasn't been sure or been too afraid to find out for sure,
absolutely,
I think this will be a good,
very encouraging
wake-up call.
Yeah, because I think, to your point, the normalization of it all.
Yeah.
And her, when she was saying, like, I wish I knew sooner because I would have been able to really accept myself better.
Yes.
And I think it's going to even encourage people who have even just the small things like ADHD and all these things, and it will feel like, okay, I'm not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Because, when you find those things out, you think like, oh my gosh, something's wrong with me.
Exactly. It's just me. Because of how it's presented in society in these extremes also. So it seems like such a terrible thing.
And it's not. So I encourage you guys, watch the episode. It's a really, really good one. Make sure you share it with a friend. Make sure you share it with your sister or whoever it may be. Maybe even let your child watch it. This is something that's good for you to sit down with your child to watch as well, because it allows you to have and open up the space for really good conversation when they go to school.
Very much so. It removes the stigma. So we look forward to getting your comments, your thoughts, and we hope this helps you.
Absolutely. Bye.
Hey, Mom. What's up? 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 Hey, Mom.